Hello students, this is Padmalaya Misra. Welcome to my YouTube channel Botanic Class. Today we will discuss about the morphology of a typical angiospermic plant. Okay, as we know, in the plant kingdom, angiosperms are in the highest position. The root system and shoot system are well developed in angiospermic plant. The root system consists of root and its branches. Similarly, the shoot system consists of stem, leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. Okay. A typical angiospermic plant on the basis of morphology and function have some parts like root, stem, leaves, pods, seeds, fruits, etc. We will discuss it step by step. First, come to root. Root is the non-green underground part of the plant. The main root of a plant that develops directly from the radicle of the seed is called primary root or taproot. It bears many lateral branches called secondary roots. Then further branch and rebranch to form tertiary roots and rootlets. That means from the radicle of the seed, the taproot grows, and then from taproot, secondary root, tertiary root and rootlets come out. The growing tips of all roots are protected by root cap or calyptra. The root cap is called as calyptra. Little behind the root tip, a tuft of unicellular outgrowths are present, and those are called root hairs. The root system anchors the plant and penetrates the soil, from which it absorbs water and minerals crucial to plants' nutrition. We know plants require plant requires nutrition like minerals and water for its nutrition. Okay, so the roots are the part which absorbs these minerals and water from the soil for the plant. Then we come to stem. Stem is the overground part of the plant. As we can see that stem is the overground part of the plant that develops from the plumule of the seed. That means root develop from radicle and shoot develop from plumule of the seed. The stem may be either branched or unbranched. As we see in palm and coconut tree, the stems are unbranched. But in mango trees, guava, jackfruit, these trees are branched, the stems are branched. The branch stems always differentiated into nodes and internodes. The stem are always differentiated into nodes and internodes. A node is the place where leaves or branches arises. Okay, while internode is the distance between two adjacent nodes. That means between two nodes there is a internode. Stem bears lateral branches, buds, leaves, flowers and fruits. Okay, then we will come to leaf. Leaves are lateral outgrowths that arise from the nodes of the stem or its branches. All the leaves of a plant are collectively called as foliage. A typical leaf has 3 parts: 1 leaf base, 2 petiole and 3 lamina. The leaf lamina bear veins and veinlets. Leaves are main organs of photosynthesis, transpiration and gas exchange. Then we will come to bud. A bud is a condensed or underdeveloped young shoot. Bud is a condensed or underdeveloped young shoot. Buds may be active or remain dormant for indefinite period. For example, in cold countries, plants bear winter buds which remain dormant till the favorable spring season comes. The buds are said to be covered or closed when they are protected by overlapping scales, hairs, waxy coating or resin. The buds are said to be covered or closed when they are protected by overlapping scales, hairs, waxy coating or resin. Example: ficus, calotropis, gingivus, etc. In tropical plants, buds are mostly naked. On the basis of their position on stem, buds may be apical or axillary or accessory. Apical means terminal bud, axillary means lateral bud, and accessory means accessory buds. Accessory means not definite. Okay. Apical buds are responsible for increase in plant height, and axillary buds give rise to lateral branches. The accessory buds developed on the side or above the axillary bud. They usually give rise to stem modification. Okay. Then the main part of this angiospermic plant is flower. The flower is the reproductive shoot meant for sexual reproduction in angiosperms. Flowers are the reproductive part of the angiospermic plant. A typical or complete flower, a complete flower means where 4 holes are present. That means calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx and corolla are accessory parts, and androecium and gynoecium are reproductive parts. That is necessary part. All the 4 holes is present, that flower is called a complete flower. All the 4 holes are arranged in a cyclic manner on the swollen end of the flower stalk or pedicel. Okay. That means calyx is the outermost part, then inner to calyx, that is corolla, then inner to corolla androecium, then inner to androecium gynoecium. The gynoecium is the innermost part of the flower. Okay, then we will come to fruit. After fertilization, ovary developed into a fruit which encloses many seeds. Okay, then the ovules after fertilization develop into seeds. That means the ovary develops into fruit and the ovule develops into seed. A seed consists of seed coat and embryo. Okay, the embryo is the future plant plant which consists of one or two cotyledons attached to the embryo axis or tigellum. That means embryo axis is called tigellum. We know one cotyledon plant is monocotyledon and two cotyledon plant is dicotyledon. In angiospermic plant we have divided the plants into monocotyledon and dicotyledon. One end of tigellum called plumule give rise to shoot and the other end called radicle which grows into root. That means radicle give rise to root and plumule give rise to shoot. Okay, clear all these things? Okay, then this class is over for morphology of angiospermic plant. See you in the next class. Till then, stay safe, keep learning. Thank you.